So just some of the symptoms of ADHD that we should be aware of: like hyperactivity, inattention, fidgeting. Impulsivity is also a big one. So blurting out answers in class without raising your hand is pretty common for somebody who has ADHD, especially a child, even an adult. And with that said, ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder, meaning it affects the way that our executive function works. So oftentimes children have trouble with their motivation, and they might struggle with completing tasks, organization. These are some common challenges that children might face with ADHD, and even adults. Let's get into a little bit about what can we do about it, right? Like, what can we do about ADHD? There are several different treatments for it. Therapy is an amazing tool where you can learn different skills and tools on how to manage different symptoms and just become more organized and kind of develop that routine. Stimulant medication is prescribed for ADHD related symptoms, and it can really help with self-esteem, focus, and lots of things like that. But of course, this is anecdotal. A lot of people complain about the side effects of feeling like a zombie or not feeling like themselves. And because ADHD affects executive functioning, execute. How do we execute that plan, right? A lot of times someone with ADHD is good at planning, but as far as executing that plan and staying with it and staying consistent with it is often a struggle. And then you have natural remedies as well. How do we increase our dopamine without stimulant medication? Physical activity, a sport, basketball, football, track, swimming, tennis. Anything that's active is going to increase that dopamine, or the release of dopamine to our neuroreceptors in our brain, which is going to help with our motivation and keep them engaged and focused. People who have ADHD have a tendency, or the ability rather, to hyperfocus. So when they really get into something, they really get into it. If they're interested in it and it's novel, it's new, it's something exciting, and they're learning something from it, then they're definitely gonna exceed and do very well in that area. So with that said, guys, make sure you're challenging your children, acknowledge them for the efforts that they're putting in, because not everybody is just 100% ADHD or 100% neurotypical. So with that said, guys, do your best to be amazing, and y'all have an amazing day. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.